It was early in the morning. The sky was still dark, the world was quiet. In his small apartment, John stood in front of the mirror. The light in the bathroom was soft. He looked into the mirror and saw his face. He looked tired, his eyes were not bright, his body felt heavy. But something was different this morning. John did not look quickly and walk away. Today, he stayed. He looked into his own eyes. He looked deep. And then, a question came into his mind. Am I really living, or am I just existing? This question hit his heart. It was simple, but strong. He felt something inside. For a long time, John had not asked himself this kind of question. Life had become routine. Every day felt the same. He woke up. He checked his phone. He drank coffee. He went to work. He came home. He watched videos. He went to sleep. Then he did it again the next day. He was busy, but not happy. He was alive, but not really living. John used to have dreams. He wanted to speak English with confidence. He wanted to travel the world. He wanted to make videos and help people. He wanted to feel proud of himself, but now those dreams felt far away. They were not gone, but they were quiet, sleeping. He closed his eyes. He took a deep breath. The room was still quiet. He opened his eyes and whispered to himself, "This is not the life I want." John walked to his small table. He opened his notebook. On a clean page, he wrote at the top, "The life I want." Then he wrote 5 things. I want to wake up with energy. I want to speak English with confidence. I want to do work that matters. I want to make my parents proud. I want to feel happy, truly happy. He looked at the list. It was short. But to him, it was powerful. These were not big dreams. They were real. They were honest. He touched the page and felt something, hope. He asked himself another question. What am I doing today to get this life? He looked at his phone. He opened Instagram. He started scrolling. Photos, videos, more videos. Then he stopped. He felt empty. This is not helping me, he thought. He closed the app. He searched YouTube and typed, "How to change your life." He found a video. The speaker said, "Stop waiting for tomorrow. Today is not just a day. Today is a chance." John listened again. Today is a chance. He looked out the window. The sky was still grey, but there was a soft light coming. Morning was arriving. Something in him changed. His chest felt warm. His mind felt clear. He stood up. He put on his shoes. He left his apartment and walked outside. The air was cold, but it felt fresh. He looked at the trees, the road, the people. Everything looked normal, but for him, it was different. He was not just walking. He was waking up. He looked up at the sky and smiled. Not a big smile, a small one, a quiet one. But it was real. He said to himself, "I'm ready to start again." He did not need to change everything in one day. He just needed to start, one step, one word, one choice. And today, he chose to begin. He whispered again, "I'm done wasting my life." This was the beginning of something new. It was not loud. It was not dramatic. But it was strong. It came from inside, from the heart. For the first time in many years, John felt awake, not just in his body, but in his soul. He was not just alive, he was ready to live. And it all started with a mirror, a question, and a choice. The next morning, John woke up earlier than usual. He did not wait for the alarm. He opened his eyes and got out of bed. He felt different. Something inside him had changed. He remembered the moment in front of the mirror. He remembered his list, and now he wanted to take the first step. He did not pick up his phone. Instead, he drank a glass of water. He stretched his body. He opened his notebook and read the 5 things he wanted in life. He looked at number 2. I want to speak English with confidence. John had studied English before. He watched videos. He read grammar books. He remembered many rules. But he never used the language. He was afraid to speak. He always thought, what if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me? But today, he decided to do something small. He stood in front of the mirror again. This time, he spoke. "Hello, my name is John. I want to speak English fluently." His voice was soft. he felt shy, he smiled because it sounded strange. But he kept going. I like learning English. I want to get better every day. He spoke for 3 minutes, then he stopped. It was not perfect, but it was real. He did not wait to feel ready, he just started. And that was the most important thing. He made a new promise to himself. Every morning, he would speak to the mirror in English for at least 3 minutes. No matter how he felt, no matter how many mistakes he made. He called it his small daily step. Then, John had another idea. He wanted to become braver. He wanted to grow, even if it was hard. So, he created a new game. He called it One Brave Step. Each day, he would do one thing that made him feel uncomfortable, but would help him grow. Just one thing. On the first day, he spoke to the mirror. On the second day, he said hi to a tourist in English. On the third day, he watched a short TED Talk and repeated one sentence out loud. On the fourth day, he wrote a short journal in English. On the fifth day, he joined a free English group online. Some days were easy, some days were hard. But every day, he felt stronger, he felt alive. He was not perfect, but he was improving. John also started a new page in his notebook. He called it the Fail Proudly list. On this page, he wrote all the things he tried and failed. One time, he tried to speak with a native English speaker, but forgot some words. One time, he posted a video in English, but only a few people watched. One time, he made grammar mistakes while chatting online. Next to each moment, he wrote the words, "But I did it anyway." He was not ashamed, he was proud, because trying meant he was brave. Mistakes were not signs of weakness, they were signs of action. After 2 weeks, John noticed something new. His voice became clearer, his thoughts became stronger. His actions became more confident. He realized a powerful truth: change does not come from big ideas. Change comes from small actions repeated every day. He did not need to feel motivated all the time, he just needed to move. He just needed to take that one small step, even when he was tired, scared, or unsure. He was no longer waiting for the perfect time. He was no longer saying, "I will start tomorrow." He was starting now. And the more he acted, the more the fire inside him grew. It was not a fire of anger, it was a fire of hope, of purpose, of courage. He thought about all the days he had wasted in the past. All the hours lost to fear and delay, but he did not feel sad, he felt ready. Because now he understood that the only way to win was to begin. John was not just speaking English. He was building a new life, step by step, day by day. One brave action at a time, and it all started with 3 minutes in front of a mirror. One afternoon, John sat in a small cafe. He had his notebook with him. There was a cup of tea on the table, and soft music played in the background. He opened his notebook and looked at the page he had created the day before. At the top, he wrote, "My English Life Map." This was a new plan for his life, a simple plan, but a powerful one. It had 4 steps. First, speak English every day, even if only for 3 minutes. Second, write something in English every week, maybe just a short paragraph about his day. Third, listen to English every night, like a podcast or a story. And fourth, connect with other people who are also learning English. John knew he could not do it all at once, but he believed he could take small steps each day. He looked at his list and smiled. It felt like a real beginning. This was not just a dream anymore. It was a plan, a path, a direction. Just then, someone walked past his table and looked at his notebook. It was a young woman. She smiled and asked, "Are you learning English too?" Her name was Anna. She was from Brazil. She had come to the city to practice her English. John and Anna started to talk. Slowly, carefully, they both made mistakes. But they understood each other. They laughed. They helped each other with words. It was not perfect, but it was real communication. That day, John realized something very important. Learning English was not only about studying. It was about connection. It was about courage. It was about building something together. Anna became his learning partner. They met every week at the same cafe. They practiced speaking. They shared books. They told stories. They corrected each other with kindness. They made learning fun. One day, Anna brought a small glass jar. She said, "This is our English mission jar." Inside the jar were small pieces of paper. On each piece was a challenge. Every day, they would take one piece of paper and do the mission. Some missions were easy. Describe your favorite food in English. Some were harder. Record a video in English about your weekend. Some were funny. Sing a song in English. Every mission was a chance to grow. John loved this idea. The missions made learning active. He was not just waiting to improve. He was doing something every day. His confidence grew faster. His words became stronger. After a few weeks, John noticed a big change. He was not afraid to speak. He was not afraid to try. He even helped another beginner at his English group. He said, "Don't worry. I made many mistakes too. Just keep going." John was not just learning English now. He was living with English. It became part of his life, like his food, his walks, and his thoughts. One morning, he looked into the mirror again. But this time, his eyes were bright. His voice was clear. He smiled and said in English, "This is not just English. This is my freedom." He remembered the first day, the tired face, the empty feeling, the fear, and now he saw a new version of himself. A person who had started to change his life, not with big things, but with small steps, every single day. He picked up his notebook again and wrote a sentence on the last page. "My life is not waiting, it is happening, and I am writing it, one English word at a time." Then he closed the notebook, he took a deep breath, he looked at the sky. He felt peace, he felt purpose. This was the new story, his story, not just about learning a language, but about building a life. A life with hope, with action, and with a voice that could speak to the world. Now it is your turn. Start small, speak one word. Write one sentence, find one friend. Make your own English mission. Your story can begin today. Because this is not just about English, this is about your life. And you are the one who can change it. John's story is not about becoming perfect. It is not about speaking English like a native or building a perfect life in one day. His story is about change, real change, slow change. The kind of change that starts deep inside. He began with a question, "Am I really living?" That simple question helped him wake up. It helped him see his life clearly. He was not happy. He was just repeating the same things every day. But instead of feeling sad or angry, he made a choice. A small but strong choice to start again. John took one step, then another. He spoke to the mirror. He joined a group, he made a friend, he made mistakes, but he also made progress. And with each small action, he built a new story. A new life. He did not wait for the perfect time. He created his own time. He did not wait to feel ready, he just started. And most of all, he did not try to do it alone. He found someone who understood him. Together, they helped each other grow. From that first moment in front of the mirror to the day he spoke with confidence, John changed from someone who was just surviving to someone who was truly living. So what is the lesson from John's story? The lesson is this: if you want to change your life, you must act, not someday, but today. Even if it's a small action, even if it's just one sentence in English. Don't wait to be perfect. Don't wait to be fearless. Just begin. And when you fall, stand up again. You are stronger than you think. You can use this lesson in your life. Write your goals. Speak one sentence out loud. Talk to a new person. Take one brave step. And do it again tomorrow. This is how real growth begins. Now, congratulations to you. You listened to the full story. You followed the journey. You practiced your English by listening, thinking, and feeling. That's amazing. You are improving your English right now. And now, it's time for a fun question to test your understanding. What was the name of the girl John met at the cafe? A. Maria. B. Anna. Write your answer below in the comments. Or B. Let's see how many of you get it right. If you enjoyed this story and want more easy English lessons like this, please subscribe to the channel. Your support gives us energy to keep going. And if you want to help us create more content, please consider donating to support the channel. We are doing this for free to help you learn English, but the beginning is always hard. Your help means a lot. Thank you for learning with us, and remember, don't waste your life. Live it, one English word at a time.